Welcome back, everyone. You're here with SD and the Fazman with IPL Radio, and our next special guest is a highly regarded sports administrator. I'm so excited. He has worked at many national sporting organisations and the Australian Sporting Commission. He oversaw the development of the Australian Physical Literacy Framework, and he joined the Special Olympics in 2020 as the head of schools and participation. And in 2021, he was appointed their CEO. Get excited, folks. Following the completion of the 2023 Special Olympics World Games that has just wrapped up in Berlin, Germany, we are honoured to welcome Pierre Comis to our show. Pierre, welcome.
Thank you. It's really great to be with you.
Oh, so excited. And a massive congratulations to you and to the entire team for all your efforts over at the Special Olympics.
Thank you very much. Look, the team is wonderfully excited, as you can imagine. They've just returned last night, so about 24 hours ago, the team touched down in Brisbane to a Stars reception. They were certainly celebrated as they walked through that gate at the airport, and rightly so. And everyone is obviously still very much flying on a cloud, it feels like.
And how are you feeling?
Look, I'm certainly, definitely tired. Yeah, absolutely, between jet lag and long days. But look, I'm not complaining because I'm very much euphoric. I won't pretend to be as excited as the athletes. I can't imagine how excited they are. But for me, just immense pride at the moment of being the head of this wonderful movement in Australia and being able to have witnessed many of the memorable moments in Berlin and watching the team just really represent our country with great pride, with high levels of sportsmanship. It was just such a joyous week and a half of celebrating inclusion and everything that our athletes were able to put on show on the world stage.
That is, we are so excited. We loved following it here at IPL Radio. So can you perhaps share with us how individual sport helps people that are living with intellectual disability or autism?
Look, sorry, I'm just breaking up a little bit here at the airport. My apologies.
No,
but if I heard you,
all good.
As a question about the different sports and how everybody sort of fared over there, so Team Australia participated in 9 of the 26 sports. And look, some outstanding news is that of the 64 athletes on the team across those 9 sports, we actually put a medal around the neck of every single athlete on the team.
Wow.
So that's just wonderful because no one has come home empty-handed, gold, silver and bronze. We won a total of 59 medals and, the maths may not add up there, but obviously we've got a men's basketball team, a women's basketball team, both of those teams bronzed. Mm-hmm. We've then got a couple of other teams as well. And so it just equated with every athlete coming home with a medal. 15 of them were gold, 21 silver and 23 bronze. So a really wonderful effort overall across all the sports. We medalled in all 9 sports.
It's a phenomenal achievement. Even to be selected to go is an achievement in itself. How do you think sport helps individuals with intellectual disabilities or autism?
Oh, look, sport, as we know, is just a wonderful vehicle for all manner of things. Everything from health and well-being, which we've known for many years, right through to creating social connections and a sense of belonging. And for our athletes with intellectual disability, it's really a great vehicle for fostering inclusion and allowing them to feel as though they belong, to be able to demonstrate their talents and their capabilities, in this case on the world stage, and just really shining a light on the capability of people with intellectual disability and autism that, many people in the mainstream probably wouldn't quite realise just how many people with ID there are. 850,000 Australians fit into this category. 3,500 of them are registered athletes with us. Another 30,000 participate in various other programs with us. But this is just such a wonderful way for them to demonstrate their best and to have access to all the things that perhaps we take for granted in mainstream society.
Well, we certainly appreciate all their efforts here. We're a mental health organisation. That is the basis of why we operate, and it's provided a lot of inspiration for all of us here and for all of our listeners. One thing that stood out to me was the Special Olympics athlete's oath. Let me win, but if I cannot win, let me be brave in the attempt. I mean, It just gives me tingles.
Oh, it's inspiring, isn't it? I know
It does.
we're IPL Radio, inspiring passionate lives, and I'm inspired, SD.
So what does that oath mean to you? I mean, you're not an athlete yourself, but you're heavily involved and have been for a number of years. What does that oath mean to yourself, though?
Oh, look, they're stirring words, and those words ring true in so many facets of life. I mean, I apply that mantra since coming here to Special Olympics a few years ago, learning the oath. I apply that mantra to many aspects of my life. You know, try and win, do your best, irrespective of the results. And look, that was on display in fine form in Berlin, not just amongst our Australian athletes. And I'll give you one example. One of our athletes from Victoria, Harry, he runs in the 10,000 metres and he won a bronze medal. He also won a bronze in the 3,000 metres. But to give you the context, the 10,000 is kind of the equivalent to the marathon for Special Olympics. It's the longest athletics event, 25 laps of the athletics track. He led for more than half of the race and then fell into a nice cadence in second place and was holding off the German runner in third, who then challenged him on the home straight and from 30 metres behind ran him down right on the line. They fell over the finish line together. I was standing right there, and as disappointing as it was in that instant where he got pipped at the post, he got to his feet, embraced his fellow athlete, was proud in the fact that he just won a bronze medal, and they celebrated together. It was just such a wonderful example of exactly what that athlete oath and what our movement more broadly really does represent. And that was evident with athletes from all countries across all the sports. Everywhere you went, you just saw this example of athletes striving to win but just doing their absolute best in the attempt.
I remember reading Harry's profile, actually, because I've been following along and listening to all the stories up on your website, and the story of Harry really caught my eye and his achievement. So I'm so glad you raised that today.
Now, Pierre, it's Fazman here, so nice to talk to you. Tell me, we're really excited here in Perth. I'm hearing that there's a chance Perth could win a bid for 2027. I mean, 330,000 attendees, 176 nations and 7,000 athletes. More info at www.perth2027.org. Now, have you got any news on this?
Look, I'd love to be able to confirm that we've got the games. I can't. We definitely have bid for the games. We are definitely looking good on the global stage in terms of the international powers that be who have come to Australia for the site visit. Very, very impressed with what Perth and Australia can offer to a Summer World Games in 2027. But there's still a few I's to dot and T's to cross. We've still got some challenges ahead to make it happen, but we're working very hard. We're obviously committed to seeing this multi-sport event, the largest multi-sport event in the year that it's run, the World Games. Wouldn't it be wonderful to get it down under and give our athletes the chance for a home Summer Games?
Well, it certainly would, and we'd be very excited here at IPL Radio to be able to be involved in some way if we could. We'd love that, wouldn't we, SD?
Oh my gosh, I'd be very, very excited.
I can guarantee that if we end up with a home World Games, which is certainly our aspiration, then I would hope that everyone in the country would rally behind not only the team but the movement more broadly and play a part to really drive the message of inclusion and celebrate everything that event would do for this country.
Brilliant. Well, we know you're very busy. You're just about to get onto a plane, so we don't want to keep you. But if you could highlight beyond, I guess, Harry's performance, or could sum up in a couple of sentences your experience or your highlights from Berlin, what would you say?
Oh, look, there's too many individual examples, but given you guys are based in the West, I did get out to watch some of the basketball, and I know Troy, an athlete from out Kalgoorlie way, is on our men's basketball team. He's a very dominant, large guy. He dominates on the court, and the men's team played really, really well. Went through and got a bronze medal. I think the atmosphere at the basketball is pretty cool. It's no different to, the NBA, the NBL. The crowd gets involved. There's a lot of music, a lot of noise. So, Troy did WA very, very proud in the men's basketball. And Jay is the other one. Jay is an equestrian athlete. Our equestrian team of 4 athletes did extremely well, lots of medals, including gold. And Jay certainly did her part as well. So they're just a couple of highlights of West Australian athletes. But as I said, there's probably just too many individual highlights to mention because everything that I witnessed and experienced was just completely game-changing in terms of the emotions and the feelings and the sense of pride.
Well, I guess on behalf of the WA community, we'd like to thank you for all your efforts. I know you've played a huge part as the CEO, and we can't thank you enough for highlighting this area, or these members of our community, and get behind supporting these individuals. It means a lot, and it means a lot to our listeners, because we do have quite a diverse listener base, and a lot of those have challenges with both mental health and physical disability. So thank you very much. Congratulations on a sensational games. All the best of luck for the 2027 bid, and we hope that we'll have the opportunity to speak to you and some of your athletes in the near future.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate the support, and to all your listeners, we know that you're thinking of us, and if anyone wants to find out more or connect with the movement, give generously to a charity, please look us up, specialolympics.com.au, and we'll keep flying the flag for athletes with intellectual disability.
Fantastic, and we'll share that address as we progress throughout the show. But travel safe, Pierre. Thank you for joining us, and we wish you well.
Thanks very much. Pleasure to be with you.
See you, Pierre.
Bye.
Wow.
Yeah,
I'm pumped. I'm so excited.
He's a very professional man and passionate. You can just tell that it comes out of what they've been able to achieve in the last week or so. And, that was fantastic.
Oh, I feel really privileged to have spoken with him.
Absolutely.
And I'm very grateful for the opportunity.
Yeah, and pretty excited about what he was saying about the possibility of Perth being involved in 2027. He said there's a little few I's to cross and things like that, but it's looking pretty good, SD. That would be amazing.
I'm certainly getting behind it, and I understand that there's actually if you go and have a look it up, there's some articles there on the 2027 bid and how you as a member of the community can show your support and show that you'd be happy to either volunteer or get behind the games. There's also opportunities there for organisations. So I'm already committed. I can't wait. Yeah. I'm so excited. And if we're not successful in 27, I'll be seeing what I can do to help them in the next bid. If not, I might get on a jet plane with our own sponsors at Hello World Travel and get myself a ticket to wherever it ends up being.
And it'll be great in the next couple of weeks to hopefully have a couple of the athletes that competed in, and just to get a real feel for what sort of excitement and achievement that they'd be feeling by that whole experience.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to go to a break now, but as we do, I just want to repeat again the Special Olympics athlete's oath, because I just think it's so amazing. Let me win, but if I cannot win, let me be brave in the attempt.